And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. That good for 22 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Get out, get out. Switch, and hey. Here we go, 46. Gun.
54's Mike. Check, watch 54.
Gun. Switch, and hey.
Mike,
Hey, 47.
Hey, D-line.
Second down, Prescott. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Gun. 26.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
Swing to the field, right. To the right. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Check four.
Here we go, 46.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Marshall. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
4 down, 4 down. Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
To throw on 2nd down, Marshall. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. He got 29 yards that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use this and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flex round. Flex round. That is right. Let's go. What? 90.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go.
And they'll go on the ground. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass, but in this case with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Let's go. Red 38.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They go play action here on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They get it to him running left, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Prescott now on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a carry here for the fullback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Eluding the pressure right. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Gun. Here we go, 46. Then we're going to 53. 26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Throwing right, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. When you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
11 more on that one and another 1st down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
From the gun, Marshall. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Nick Perry in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
47.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Play action now, Prescott.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And now out comes Minnesota. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. first down. Here's the run with Cook. Cook able to escape. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A minute 57 to go in this first half. More from Minneapolis after this.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Flex round. Flex round.
Looking to throw on second down. Marshall flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA.
And the pressure gets to him again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down.
Swing to the field, right. To the right. We go 46. 46.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
He's going to keep it again. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. To throw on second down, Marshall. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Flex round!
Throwing on third and long. Marshall looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ohio!
On 1st down, Marshall going deep for Diggs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off play action, Marshall. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Operating from the gun, Marshall. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Campbell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Tight end right.
46. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go, 46.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Minnesota. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing on first down. Marshall. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, Hill. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Flex round!
Off the play fake. Marshall. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll power his way up near the 25. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Here we go, 46. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Off the bootleg. Marshall. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Perry. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Looking to throw on second down. Marshall. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw. Marshall. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That good for 22 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go. Slide in.
They run with Hines, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. Slide in. Gun. Here we go. 46. Gun. 26.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Here we go. Slide in. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They come out here in the eye. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. It's the fullback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. On 1st and 10, Marshall. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
We got 4.
From the gun, Marshall. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Ohio! Flex round!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Marshall. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Mike Daniels in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Ohio!
Operating from the gun, Marshall. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Looking to throw. Marshall. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Flex round!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Flex round!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This is caught. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Let's go. Gun.
Check. 55.
Hey, 47. Wait, take.
Hey, switch gears. Switch.
Switch it, hey.
Bang, 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 bang.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go. 180.
55, my God, 55.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
I got him. Yeah, baby.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go. 180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Hot, far down.
Here we go. 180. Gun. Here we go. 46.
Yeah, that's what I do. Mike 55. Hey, eat. I got you.
36.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
26.
And they'll run it here. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. This is Hines. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. I tell you, Charles, You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Flex round! Flex round! Hey! Flex round! Flex round! Hut!
On first down, Marshall. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And now it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Hut!
To throw again, Marshall. Now a desperation throw deep, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Let's go! White, 90! White, 90! Check your backer, check your backer. Switch! Flex round! Flex round! Check Mike 57, Hut! Let's set a tone. Hut!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out.